Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to sign up just to come on my StreamYard. I'm going to send it to you again and let's see what happens. This is crazy. Did you get it? Okay. I hope so. Okay, so unmute. The bomb mom, you know I don't have no iPhone, so whatever you saying, it's like just no, not you. I got somebody in the chat, and she was talking to me, so I was responding to her because I'm actually on the StreamYard now, waiting on you. Um, maybe your TikTok or something that you. Okay, so now you popped up as a guest. You are cracking me up. Hey, Lita. Yeah, I can. I can hear you and see you. Your camera's on. So this is so we're just playing around, just gonna chit chat a little bit because we've been talking about this for a very long time. So how does it? No, okay. So the bomb mom can't hear you. Yeah, your mic is muted. Okay, it just unmuted. Hit it again. Okay. Every time, maybe you should. Maybe if you go off and try to come back on. Yeah, just do the same thing again. And I was frozen. I don't know why. What is going on? Why is my StreamYard giving me so many problems? That sucks, right? You couldn't hear her. Well, she gonna try it again, and we gonna see what happens. So, how are you today? How you doing, sis? I saw you were in Stardust's live. I came late. I was a little late, just a little bit. I never really get her notifications. Yeah, on my end, I froze. I was like, "What in the world?" I definitely froze. But she and I were talking. You was in bed. Yeah, she and I, we had been talking about this long before I encountered you guys. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring on and we just going to get a feel for how this can be or how this goes. Oh, you was watching Sanchez all night. I didn't think Sanchez stayed on that long because when I went, the first part of his stream was boring. Here she comes again. Excuse me.
Can you hear me now?
Won't he do it?
Because our phone, we were still connected to the phone. That's why the phone call was still on again.
Oh, now, but you know what? Can you turn the volume up?
Let me see.
Cause you sound a little low.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but for some reason it sounds low on my end.
My
Let me make
volume
sure there
all the
ain't
way
nothing I
up.
did.
No. Let me see.
Okay,
It
well as
says
long
it's
as
up. Yeah, it
okay,
says it's
that's all good.
up.
She said you're good. She can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
So we always have the most interesting conversations over the years, and even more interesting as we've got older, right? And so
Yes.
you put the glasses on.
Yeah. I got to make myself look like something.
We have the bomb mom in the chat, and she's one of my friends. She's a gamer. Tracy may want to chat. I don't want to dictate who you are, Tracy, but well, I'm sorry, the bomb mom. I got to stop doing that because I know you on a first name basis now. But she's a gamer, so she has a YouTube channel as well where she goes on and she plays her video games because that's one of her niches.
Okay.
But you can subscribe to her. She said, "Hey, cutie pie, she's a sweetheart."
What's her name? Hey, Tracy.
The bomb mom 3C. Um, so is I didn't look at your name on here. So do you have a YouTube channel yet?
To me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Graf had my channel for since 2013.
So what's your name? What's your name on there?
Lolita Stewart.
Really?
Yeah, I
So are
didn't
you
change.
gonna leave it?
I didn't change it. I'm gonna change it because I kind of want to redo it a little bit, but I haven't used it in years. It's been like that long.
Okay.
So
Okay. A lot of people
mhm.
just put an alias. They don't put their real name and all that great stuff
Girl, I was
because
just new
this
to
is
the
the
game,
YouTube streets.
Right. So I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna revamp it and everything. We'll see.
Okay, because I didn't want to just be calling you by your name if you have a YouTube name, which would be more
Yeah.
appropriate to use now. Now we can
Yeah.
always go by Desiree and Masere if you want to, but we're gonna confuse the people because I'm no they don't know about those good
Look,
stories.
I'm still confused about who I am. I don't know if I'm Desiree or Nazare. Like I don't know.
Yeah, your name sure is, and I didn't even know that
What's
until
wrong with
somebody
me?
told me one day, the bomb mom. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, he's like, I think Zay said it was in your name, and I'm like, saying your name again. I'm like, I don't get it, but I get it now. Um, but we were talking about bonnets and pajamas and what's 3C is. Oh yeah. Tracy. That's cute. That's clever. I like a good play on words. But we were just talking. She and I, we were on the phone, and I just said, "Come on, let's just go live. We can do it live. We don't have to talk on the phone. Just she can help me out on my channel. I don't have nothing going on here, but whatever." So in Chicago, and I don't know if it's other places, but women here tend to. Let me start here. How I was raised growing up, certain things you couldn't do. When you get out the bed, you're supposed to make your bed up. You shouldn't leave home without straightening up your area. And you definitely shouldn't go outside looking any kind of way. And so my parents didn't allow me to go to the grocery store with, now a scarf is one thing, but pajamas that you rolled around in the bed in all night, a bonnet
Mm-hmm.
on your head, right? And a lot of us are trying to figure out why we're having problems in the dating area, right? So sometimes what you portray is what you draw in. And so you want, and I ain't gonna do a Kevin Samuels on nobody, but we want the cream of the crop, but we come outside looking like the crop.
Yeah, I'm back.
No, I know it's a birthday going on around there. Maybe we should sing happy birthday to Ryan around here because she
Girl,
is pretty much 18.
21 at 21 at this point. I
Today's
want
her
her every
daughter's
year
birthday.
is
She
up
turned
to a year,
17.
girl. Hmm?
I know I was telling the bomb mom that your baby turned 17 today. The last of the Mohicans. So this
Mm.
is her last baby. It's the last.
Let the Lord say amen. Let the Lord say amen. Okay. Yes. Won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
Baby.
But so women, we always say we want a quality man and we want this and we want that, but yeah, we won't even bother to groom our hair or groom ourselves or get out of funky pajamas just to hit the streets and go and take care of business.
Hmm.
And I don't think a lot of people are so sensitive and they get so touchy, but the reality is we got to be real with ourselves. And
Hmm.
a lot of times, what you portray, she said, "Happy birthday." It's
I'll
actually
tell her thank you.
it's her birthday. Hers birthday is today.
Who? Ryan's
She said, "Happy
birthday.
birthday to Lita."
No, not
It's
now. My,
actually
you know,
it's
Ryan's
her
birthday.
daughter's birthday. It's actually her, but she was saying her like the singer her.
Oh no.
Well, she said her HER. She capitalized it, so I thought she was talking about the singer her.
Mm. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's her birthday today.
So I don't know how you feel about that. You attract sometimes what you put out in the universe.
That's true. You do. But
Oh, go
you
ahead.
talking to me?
Yeah,
Um,
I was reading the comments at the same time.
I guess for me, but I'm like you said, we were raised totally different time, and I just feel like I don't want to come off like that's just tacky to me to come out the house in a bonnet. Not necessarily if you just dropping your kids off at school, different story.
And you
If
don't
you
have to get out the car.
right, even still, even if you like, oh, I just need to go get some quick gas, so I don't have to do it when I got to go to work. Different, but if you out in grocery stores, you out at the mall, and it's just to me, it's just tacky to me. To me, I know this is a major debate amongst everybody. That's just tacky. The pajamas, I don't know when pajamas became appropriate to wear outside the house. Never seen that growing up. My mother would have had a heart attack if I would have did something like that. That's just tacky. Then they get mad, if someone, even a man says anything to them like, well, you wonder why you can't get anybody. Look how you dress. And it's like, okay, that shouldn't determine whether someone is attracted to you or not. But at the same time, you want to present yourself in a certain way when you step out the house. That's just
So I
me.
may need to interject and say I think it should have an influence on if somebody's attracted to you because we don't want a man with his pants sagging.
We don't. No, we
That
don't.
looks bad, and I don't
It
think
does.
anybody has the right to tell me, well, you don't have a right to judge me because that looks real stink. I mean, it looks like you stink, like you just really didn't wash your butt. I mean,
But
it looks nasty.
it does. But guess what though? Me and you, we come from a totally different mind. We look at it that way. Today, they see no problem with it. These girls see no problem with dating a man with pants sagging and, just looking a mess, and it's vice versa. They don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's really just about one thing that they're trying to get from each other, especially the man. Let's just be real. It's like they're not really looking for relationship type things. Not really.
Mm,
Girl,
you
no.
don't think so? You don't think
Mm-mm.
nobody is out here?
Now,
And I'm
see,
going to
now I'm gonna
respond to
say,
your
I'm gonna
comment,
say,
Tracy, in just a second.
I'm not saying everybody, but nowadays, and you know, we've had this conversation multiple times. Like, I mean, it's sad, but it's true. It's just the way that things are, how social media has been, you know, such a big influence on how people show their lives and live their lives. You get what I'm saying? It makes it so much easier for people to not be committed, to just do wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and keep it moving. So, you know, why even waste your time in trying to be presentable if that's
But
not what
but
you're
you
trying
but
to
you got
do?
some adults out here that are adulting,
Yes, you
that
do.
really want something of substance. And so,
Mm-hmm.
you can't forget that group of people, even though some
Mm-hmm.
people just kind of looking for that microwave thing, or Mr. Right Now, or Miss Right
Mm-hmm.
Now, not Miss Right. And that's cool. Everybody got their own agenda. I'm not
Yes.
judging that, but I'm saying any and Tracy, I get it. She said that she's going through this internally because she says she's changed so much and she's rearranging her entire life. And through the process, she lost the old her and hit a bottom, found the new her, and now she's building a new her. She
Mm-hmm.
said her guy tells her, why does she have to get all dressed up to run to the store? Why you care what people think? So people opinions of you is their business. My first comment was about handling our business, not just wasting time at home. Okay. So um into each his own. And I get it, people's opinion of you, but I'm saying, even though it's just an opinion, how hard is it? It's like, and I know we were all raised differently. My mom didn't play. You don't get out the bed and go into the kitchen and start cooking, and especially not for other people.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't make it right or wrong. It's just the way that I was raised. She's like, if you don't do nothing else, wash your hands, wash your face, and brush your teeth
Right.
because you've been asleep all night.
Mm-hmm.
You flipping somebody pancakes and the eye booger fall out and that's inside they pancake. That's just nasty. Or you
Mm-hmm.
scratched your ass that night while you was sleeping and you don't know what you're doing. You're sleeping. You just get up and start cooking for somebody. Nah, it's just
Right.
called hygiene. And so
Right.
I thought that you don't have to get up and like comb your hair, even if you pull it back in a ponytail. But I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
just hygiene. You
Right.
don't leave out of the house with some funky pajamas on that you farted in all night because you're out in the public now and it's just a representation of who you are. And let's say you get into a car accident. Now, here you are, you should be fully embarrassed. You got to get in an
Mm-hmm.
ambulance with these funky ass pajamas on.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the hospital, you never know, what they got to do to you. And now you what? They talking about you in the ER because
Mm.
you trifling.
Right.
So I guess that's again worried about somebody's opinion, but I guess it all depends on what you care about. She
Right.
said, yes, ma'am, brush that mouth. See what I'm saying? So I thought it was just hygiene altogether. I
I can't hear you because of my neighbor.
it is always something, right? So what they doing the yard? It sounds like somebody using a adult toy on high. It's all good. It's all good,
I can't
sis.
hear you. You know, I'm already, this ear gets me right here. You know, I can barely hear out of this
Tracy
one.
said, "Mama always saying, make sure you get clean drawers on. They cutting the grass or riding the dirt bike. Yeah, I know, right?
Both. I don't know what they're doing at this point. Girl.
Somebody got a super vibrator next door.
Right. What was the old saying your mama say? Make sure you always leave the house with clean underwear in case you get into an accident. Now, so you
That's
mean to
all I'm
tell me
saying. And
you went up, you
sometimes
woke up and put clean underwear on and then chose to put pajamas back on? Is this what we doing? What was the point?
so that's
Just
all
kidding.
I'm saying. That's all I'm
I
saying.
mean,
But
like you said.
do
Mhm,
you
go ahead.
think that we are We got the teenagers, we got the 20s, we got the 30s, because we're the 40s. So, do you think that our train of thinking is just outdated now? Because the world is evolving, things are
Um,
changing.
I think
Think
so.
about
I
think
think
about your
so.
daughter and
I
how they
think
do
so because
things.
my kids have personally told me like, "Mom, no nobody think like that anymore. That was back in the day." So I get it. That's why I said we're from a different time than they are now. Things are so different. Like I look at my kids like, yeah, if that was me at that age, my mama would have a something to say. My grandmother, we were raised, grandmothers were grandmothers. Today, I don't know what they are. The thing is everybody is trying to be friends with their children instead of being parents and grandparents like they should be. You get what I'm saying? Like you have some parents out here that are in competition with their daughters, which is so sad, but it's true. So like that's a whole other different conversation, but it is very true. You see them, and don't get me wrong, like women are aging pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't really
Some,
tell who is who. They are, and it's like this is where the competition comes in because like I can pull your man, your daddy, and this. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this, and some of these girls are growing up way too fast. It's just
I
mind
agree.
boggling to me, but
But the mothers grow them up too fast, right?
that's it. Hmm.
I see, because, and I don't know if times have changed, but well, I can't remember if I ever wanted to imitate my mom because I've always been a trendsetter. I had my own style, my own mind, but I can imagine a lot of girls try to imitate their mother in one way or another.
Hmm. Yeah.
And and imitating your mom, but mom is responsible. Mom goes to buy the clothes. Mom has the final say. It's her dollar that is spent to buy the clothes. So a lot of these younger babies are developing pretty early, and I don't know if it's in the food, maybe what they're shooting up the foods with, the steroids that they're shooting the food up with to, speed up the process. And now it's in
Hmm.
your body and it may be forcing you to speed up the process,
Right.
right? So you got the little girls who are developed early and they're shapely, but anybody in their right mind can look at a baby in the face and say, that's a baby, right?
Right.
But that's me. Maybe I just have that discernment.
Hmm.
But if you know your baby it has a shapely body at a young age, do you go and buy the form fitted leggings and the belly tops to just show it all? Because
Hmm.
again, you have a lot of men that are predators.
Right.
So, that's an issue. The predators.
Hmm. It is. I
I
mean,
know.
and I'm speaking from a mother of a daughter who is shapely, who is, 17 today. I've noticed, I see things like certain things that she does, she gets it from me. She's watching me.
Right.
Like, and I didn't really notice that until one day when I was sitting there and I'm like, even just like how the days, how I'm like, girl, it's self care Saturday or whatever. I take my baths and mask and my music. So I'm sitting around one day and she was doing the exact same thing. I'm like, okay, so now this is where I know I really need to watch what I say and do. Although I do have conversations with my daughter because yes, she's a young woman. So certain conversations I have to have with her. And I'm gonna be blunt about it. But yeah, I have seen that personally where creeps have tried to talk to my daughter while I was there, checking her out. Yes, I've seen that.
Grown
And
men.
grown men older than us. Yes, I've
And what do
seen
you
it.
say when that happens?
Oh, girl, I go clean off. I don't want to say, my mouth has no filter. So yes, I went off like, are you serious? Like she's a child at the end of the day. And she's still my child. She will always be my child at any age, but you can clearly tell she's a child. She's under the age of 18. Ryan
Now, do you
wasn't
get a
18.
response from the men once you?
No, they just walk
Uh,
away. They don't even say sorry. They just walk away as if, oh, okay. And it's like, wow, you're really just trash. Like, and this was like 2 years ago when Ryan was like 15, 16 at the time. Yeah. Like,
wow.
yes.
I'm so glad I got a son. But then again, hey, let's talk about that.
Do we
He
have to?
is 23. You know my baby. He ain't no baby, so I'm gonna stop calling him that. But he's 6'4". He's slim. He's fairly handsome.
Mm-hmm.
He's quiet. He's reserved, and he's definitely told me that older women chase him down.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, you know, um, he was like, she too old for me. What is she doing? Nah, I'm good. I don't want no old lady. I want somebody my age I can relate to. And then 2 weeks later, I guess she was putting the pressure on. I'm speaking of one in particular because there were several. She was putting the pressure on to the point he started reconsidering it. So what is going on with these older ladies that they have to drive on these young boys? Like, what in the world can my 23-year-old son do for you, lady, over 40 years old? You've lived double the life that he's lived with experiences. You probably have kids. You got mileage on that cootie cat. You know,
No.
what you doing? What do you want my son for? And is it just sexual? Are you just that lonely that you can't find a man your age or in your age bracket? Why would you want somebody 23?
The majority of the time, it's probably just sexual.
And what's sad is he hasn't, and I'm not gonna say he's a virgin because
Mm-hmm.
I'd be naive to say that, but he definitely ain't his mama.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely ain't that season because about 23 I was married, right?
Right.
But my son has definitely been reserved in a lot in the slower lane. You know it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not really that experienced in the bedroom. So I mean, what she want to get him and teach him? Like these women are
I don't
just
know.
disgusting.
I don't know. I mean, personally, I can't see myself dating a 23-year-old. We've had this conversation. You already know, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If that was something like my age, and that's something that would just be the only purpose. Like, what exactly would I have in common with a 23-year-old? My son's 25 and basically 20, and I'm I could like Ron. One of Ron's friends was hitting on me Sunday. I don't. He looks older than Ron, but
Well, we like to hear about that. How did that happen? What happened?
girl, he came over. They came over for my air conditioning. Right, it was two of them, and I was in the room, and they came upstairs, and I'm not gonna lie to you. He's a very handsome guy, like about what 6'3". He looks old. He works for CPS. Really nice guy. And he was just, speaking and kept looking at me. And I'm looking. And even Ron noticed it because Ron was like, what's going on with you and my friend? I'm like, there's nothing going on. We were just saying hi and we were just talking about school and all of that. But it was just the way that, and then when we left, he left out. His friend gave me a hug and he gave me a hug. And I'm like, so the next day, that's when Ron mentioned it. And I'm like, he gonna say, my friend asked me, how old were you? I said, did you tell him? He said, I didn't tell him anything about my mom. He was like, I said, well, how old is he? He said, I'm not, you, no, you're not talking to none of my friends. I wasn't talking to none of my friends, right? But I was just curious. I was curious. But it's like you look at these men today, even the young men, and it's like, baby, they didn't make them like that when we were growing up.
Yeah,
My
Tracy said she would date younger, but only if she was 60 and he was 40ish.
okay, okay.
Okay, so when you start asking Ron about him, what was going through your mind? Did you even like did for a split second you say,
I was split second. For a split second. For I
"Oh,
was like,
MG."
maybe it's a midlife crisis I've got going on, but girl, you know me. You know how I be telling you, I'm like these little young fellas, like they are so handsome, and it's just like wow. And I guess for me, the guys that our trials and tribulations past couple years with me, and it's like, man, maybe I need to try something different. But I personally know, like, the outside may look good, but what's going on up here? You get what I'm saying? We big on conversations. What type of a conversation can I have with a 23-year-old? Let's think. I'm not saying that they're immature. It's a lot of them that are mature, but it's like, where's it gonna go beyond sex? Are
But can
you
you imagine how Ron felt?
the nerve of Ron? He asked me, "Do I have single friends?" But I would do that to him. I would. I would never do that to my
Ron
son.
asked you what?
Girl, do I have single friends? I said, Ron, you know every single one of my friends. They ain't gonna talk to you. Then he'll say, do they got daughters or granddaughters? Boy, gone somewhere. Girl, Ron just be talking because he ain't gonna leave Teresa alone. Child, we all confused in
I'm
this
like,
world
do
today.
Ron know we all like mothers to him?
But I tell Ron, I want you to try dating an older woman. I do. I tell him
Not
that.
this old. Not this old.
Girl, my son's 25. If you want to date a 50-year-old, I don't care. If
Then
she
what's
can
the
teach
what
you
then
some
what
things,
what's the difference then? And you
his
dating some
I'm saying I wouldn't date his friends. I'm not saying that I wouldn't date somebody young. I wouldn't date his friends. That's the difference for me. I'm not gonna date none of my son's friends, but but would it
so
really be
you would
dangerous?
go 25?
Oh yeah, I'll do 25. I'll do 25. I would, and I would, because my little crush is 24.
That's a crush though. Acting on something and just
That's
thinking
what
it
I'm
is two
saying.
different.
Dating. Would I really, really seriously date somebody? I can't say that I could take that serious because they probably don't want nowhere near what I want outside of sex. That's it. That would probably be the only thing I would date him for, want from him, and that's just being real. I can't see myself being in a committed relationship with a 25-year-old. No.
If I had pearls on, I would clench them right now.
Baby, look, the 38 with 39 now year old was driving me crazy. So
I can't do no babies. You know me. I guess I'm the old fogey. I can't do no babies.
girl, at this point, I ain't gonna be able to do none of them because they all getting on my nerves.
I look at my son, I'm like, you know, and his friends, they like my kids. I
Yeah,
don't care. Even when I met them, I don't care if they were handsome, you know.
yeah.
It's like I never looked at them like that. And one of his friends sent me a friend request on Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I told my son, and he was just like, why would he send you a friend request? And I was just like, I don't know. I'm like, I accepted it. And it's like if I post pictures or something, he'll like it, you know, and maybe he don't mean nothing by it. But I would never look at them.
Right.
I would never.
Now that wouldn't bother me because I don't view it like that. I wouldn't view it as, oh well, he flirts, with especially if I've known them for years and years. I would never view it like that. Like, that's his friend. He looks at me like a mother. I look at him like a son. Like, That would be
Yeah,
okay for me. But like if it's somebody new, like the guy that he had, now then I would be like, something ain't right. You get what I'm saying? I would probably
I
start
get
feeling
it.
a little bit uncomfortable. So, but no, I would never cross that line and date none. Girl, no. I mean, Ron friends he's brought over that I've never met. They've been, and some of them have been like in their 30s. They've been like his barber is cute. His barber probably like 35 or something. And I'm like, but I wouldn't do that. Never. That I would feel so awkward.
Yeah,
Even
that's not his friend. That's his barber.
but still, even just the fact that he comes over here all the time, cut his head and hang out, I would feel
Okay, he
so,
comes to the
and I
house. I
wouldn't
thought
want
it's
to
just
put
the.
my son in that type of position to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we had those kind of type of conversations that he has amongst his friends. I don't want to be that topic of conversation. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, that would be too much. But
Now,
yeah.
friendships. How long we been friends now? Since we were
Ooh, God.
19, 20 years, 20
2000.
plus
Yep.
years. Let me get it
Yes.
together. No, not
Mm-hmm.
19. We were older than that.
Yes. DJ will be, it's 20 years, so DJ will be 20.
No, DJ was already. No, you weren't
No,
pregnant with
it's
DJ.
19 years. I had DJ in it was 2003. I had him in 2002, so
DJ was in
19
the
years.
high chair the first time I came to your house.
Yeah, so it's 19. We met in '03, so 19 years. Mm-hmm.
That's a long time.
A long time.
That's a long time. And it hasn't been nothing's perfect. It hasn't
Right.
been perfect or blemish free.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I know I've noticed is that it's it's really
Camera
easy
irritating.
to maintain my.
My camera was a little.
I was like, what just happened?
See, it's much clearer now. Or is it my old camera?
That does look better.
Don't it? Yeah.
It's been easy to manage my long-term friendships. And I guess it's because I know you guys and I know how y'all operate. I know things about you that somebody new that came along wouldn't know or understand. But
Right.
for me, like these new friendships are really tough to maintain. And I don't know if it's because I've gotten older and my patience is thinner.
Mm-hmm.
And I just my tolerance for certain things or expectations of women. But I guess nothing changes. Women are women, and I don't know. I can't speak for men friendships with men, but it definitely for women. It's really tough to make new friends. It is.
Yeah.
I mean,
My thing is for me personally, I find it harder to maintain my old friends because you grow apart and it's just like people way of thinking has changed a lot. And sometimes you find yourself being the only one trying to keep in contact, trying to check on them and versus and I've not met any new people because you know me, I'm not saying that I'm standoffish and I'm pretty friendly, but I gotta warm up to you. So first for me personally, like I don't consider new people I meet a friend unless it's been years and I can say, okay, that's a true friend. It's like I need a trial period with you because like you said, it's hard even just to maintain new and old friendships. So I'm pretty leery about making new friends because like you said, you gotta learn. You gotta know the ins and outs. The attitudes are just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think you in competition, with each other. It's like competition, and I don't want all of that. So it's like for me personally, I don't choose to really make new friends like that. I'm not opposed to it, but that's just not something that, especially females, like I've never been the type that wanted a lot of female friends. Like I'll take a bunch of male friends over a bunch of female friends anyway, and I've always gravitated towards men. Like my female friends are Close friends are less than, it's like 5. That's about it. But like you said, it's going over 20 plus years with that friendship. Like kids, you know what I'm saying? Before we
Yeah,
all
yeah,
had kids or our kids were babies. You know what I'm saying? So all of our kids know each other and grew up. So that's a difference versus me going out somewhere, starting a new job, because the majority of the time, that's where you meet your new friends, at a new job, or now maybe social media groups, which is cool. You get what I'm saying? Like, even when I be on TikTok, I've joined a couple like female groups, and we met up and went out and had drinks, and everybody's cool, but it's all different ages, all different races. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Because now
yeah.
everybody's getting to know each other, but it's like, it's so hard to just want to get out there and meet somebody, because the first thing you're gonna get the looks, look you up and down, and try to see what's going on, pick your life, and see if they even want to be bothered. Which, it's too much. At my age that I am now, I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of time.
But life happens, and I
Yes.
try to be patient and understanding because I know at different points in times I'm at different places mentally in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I try not to be so judgmental as I've gotten older because I know life happens and we're all going through different things at different times.
Right.
And I may be at a good space right now, right? Where,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the job or financially or just whatever, well, I'm in a good space and you just so happen not to be. And a lot of times we start taking it personal because you're not available to me because I'm in
Right.
this good space.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem for me is communication, right?
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people just kind of shut down and shut you out.
Yeah.
And this ain't nothing personal. It's just my what I've noticed, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so it ain't a right and a wrong. But the thing is, and especially when you're embarking on new friendships,
Mm-hmm.
right? I know you. I
Right.
know when you're going through something, you are more of a loner. You know, I can
Mm-hmm.
call you, you don't pick up, you don't call me back for 2 weeks, and I might talk shit about you to myself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, the fuck, she can't pick up my call, it ain't that
Right.
serious or whatever. But when the time rolls around and you're feeling better and you reach out to me, nothing we get right back on track. Ain't nothing
Right.
changed. I don't get on the phone all dry like, you know, F you, I don't want to talk to you because I know you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think trying to establish new friendships a lot of times it's hard to understand people
Mm-hmm.
and where they are. And my patience is a little short now. And so it's like, I just rather deal with the few that I know because I know what to expect from them instead
Right.
of all these new attitudes. Yeah, but I think sometimes we need to be alone to reflect. Oh, no doubt about that. No doubt about that, mom. I agree with that. Sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
do need to clear your space and
Yeah.
let it just be about you to reflect. But I think that just out of respect for the next person, if you want to have a build a friendship with them, you got to communicate somehow. You
Mm-hmm.
just kind of, I'm trying to pour into you and get to know you. And, you know, you may be going through something in the beginning when I meet you and I say, hey, sis, if you need to talk, I'm here, I'm available, yada, yada. I may reach out to you the next day. And you okay? How you feeling? And then poof, you gone for like
Right.
a week or two or whatever. And then it's like, shit, what is so hard about just shooting me a text message and say, girl, right now, I'm just going through something. I'll get
Mm-hmm.
back to you.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing personal, whatever. And who couldn't understand that? But
Mm-hmm.
it's really hard maintaining new friendships. I noticed that shit. It's hard.
Right. Because
And
that's
it
how
ain't
I
that.
am. And that everybody not gonna understand that. You get what I'm saying? If people will take that personal, like it's nothing personal against you and nobody. It's like, you know what I've been through. And you know stuff that I'm still kind of going through. So I have my moments. I have my days where it's like, like Father's Day is coming up. I probably, cool out for a little bit those couple days because I know it's gonna be hard for my kids. So it's like,
Hmm.
I'm still healing from a lot of things. And it's like, I noticed that it's like every day when I think I'm better, maybe that next week something will hit me and it's like, okay, I gotta regroup. I gotta rethink. And it's I don't try to do that on purpose to not text anybody, but at that moment, I don't be thinking about that. I'm like, I gotta clear my mind real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really want to talk to nobody. Like, I will stay, even with the kids. I'll just be in the room and don't come out for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
Yeah.
it's become such a norm for me, and I've always been like that because I'm going through this whole thing in life pretty much by myself. You know what I'm saying? Outside of my kids, like I don't have that. My father ain't here, my mother ain't here. I don't talk to my family, so I don't have that adult person where when I want to reach out family wise to just do what I want to, and talk.
Yeah,
So
I
I
know.
handle it
Hmm.
internally for me. So for me, and that's not a good way to do it. You know, I've been having a lot of therapy sessions online too. So that's kind of been therapeutic for me. And it's like, that's the only person I've been talking to. Everybody else, I've kind of just, I'll shut out. And then when I'm back on it, girl, what's up? What you doing? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. I've always handled things like that, even in my marriage. And that was a problem too. He would say, stop doing that. Stop shutting me out. You go and you just shut down. You shut everybody out. But that's just how I've always been. You would have
Okay,
thought.
and I'm gonna address that, but let me address Tracy. She said, "I'm sorry if I have done anything to make you feel any kind of way, because you my boo and I care about your feelings. So just know you can always talk to me. I love you. I love you too, the bomb mom, and that definitely wasn't about you. There are other that wasn't definitely wasn't anything personal. It's just some experiences that I've had, and it's outside of YouTube. It's not just YouTube. It's just some
Mm-hmm.
women I've encountered. Because you may not know, Tracy. Just like I did an event Saturday. A lot of times when you do events, a lot of the vendors are women, and you make connections, and then people connect with you on social media, and then I've had women, and I'll tell you about a time. There was a young lady. I didn't even really know her, and I went to an event, and she knew exactly who I was. Yeah, nah, mama, I love you too. I went to an event, and she's just like, "Oh, you the lady with the popcorn?" I was like, "Yeah," So she was like, "I've been looking for you," yada yada yada. We end up sitting next to each other that night, just joking at me having conversation. And then she connected with me on Facebook, and my birthday had came around, and she sent me a message and said she would like to take me to lunch. Now, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to women that I don't have a relationship or don't know just reaching out saying, but I'll be honest with you. I feel like that was a sign that she was looking for friendships, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's just her way. But I'm a pretty good reader of energy. She
Mm-hmm.
needed some friends,
Okay.
right? Or maybe she saw something just personally in me. I don't know. So I met her. I took her up on her offer, and I met her out for lunch, and she was very, very nice. She was cool, and but the thing about me is I have to be really comfortable with you. And I'm not just one of those, like, I got, like, it's like a T-Mobile favorite five when they used to have that. My favorite five is probably who I'll talk to the most when I'm going through
Mm-hmm.
some shit, or if I just need to reach out or talk or just call on a regular basis. It's probably going to be my fave five. And
Mm-hmm.
so the newcomers aren't going to get that because I just have that bond with the people that I've been rocking with all the time. And so I find that a lot of times I just forget to call her because she ain't my fave. And I think she started feeling some kind of way. And I told her one day, sis, I don't mean no harm, but I'm just not a phone person. I'm a phone
Right.
person with my Fave 5, but outside of that, I'm just not calling just everybody. I don't know. And I think that I didn't give her the friendship she was looking for. And sometimes I feel bad about it, but it's like, I don't want to force it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Right.
guess if it's supposed to happen, it'll happen organically, but I don't know you like that. So I'm real protective of my space, I guess. And over time, I guess if we get to that and it happens that way, fine. But I ain't going to go out my way to try to just be your bestie. I don't know. But as for you and something you said earlier, as far as how you handle things, and you said that
Mhm.
it was a problem in your marriage. Um,
Yeah.
she said me either. That's how I was just feeling. Yep. Um, so my son upstairs doing a concert. I hear him up there
I
rapping.
hear him. Get into
You
it.
hear
Get
him? I'm like, what's happening here? We got the line man. We got a concert. The dog
what's going on
barking. The
today?
phone ringing. Um, so do you plan to stick to that method that you use, or are you working on changing that? Are you happy with how you handle things when you're going through something?
um, I'm not saying that I'm happy with it, and I know it's not healthy. It's not, by no means. I know it's not, and I'm trying. But again, I don't mind talking to my friends about it. But sometimes I want to talk to my family because they know me more. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? They've known me
Hmm.
since before I was here. So sometimes I want that, because sometimes I feel like, man, I know they tired of hearing the same story over and over and over again. And to be honest with you, I get tired of talking about it. But so instead of me just constantly calling you and talking about it and crying about it, I'll just shut down and just deal with it. Because to me, that's kind of like, well, I don't want to keep burdening them with the same stuff that I'm dealing with. And because to me, this is something I'm really gonna be dealing with for a very long time. I'm trying not to let it progress on that long, but it just seemed like it's always something new coming up for me that I think about. Like I'm dealing with, like I haven't even told you this, girl. Some stuff went down with my family that I found out with my uncle and aunt, and I'll completely cut them off completely. Like there's no more communication for me with them, like none. Like the way they did me was, I'll tell you about it off of here, but I found this out, and it hurt me so much that it's like I can't deal with it anymore. I can't. But anyway, I don't
That's
want to talk about it because it's gonna
understandable.
put me upset. But yeah. So I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to work on
Yeah, and that's what I said. I'm like, I get it. Shit's always happening. People are
that.
always going through different things or new things or different trials and
Yeah.
tribulations. And I mean, I'm not exempt
Girl, I'm
from that.
tired. I'm tired. I am tired of them going through it with, I seem like going through with the same people. Same new people. It's the same people and it's always family. And I'm just tired of it. But anyway, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
through it. I'll be all right. But yeah, I'm working on that. Therapy.
Okay. Okay.
My
Yeah.
little journal,
Counseling. Oh man.
my journal is almost filled up. That's how
Oh
much.
wow.
So it's like journal number two, but I've come a long way, and you know that. I have come a long way from let's 2 years, almost 3 years ago. Like so, but yeah, it's rough. But you know me,
My,
I'm gonna make
my
it through,
little.
girl. I'm gonna make it through. I always do.
Mm-hmm. My StreamYard froze up on me.
Did it?
Did I block her? How did I do that?
How can I see?
What in the world? My screen was. Ooh, the mom. I'm sorry. I was trying to get my screen from being unblocked. I mean, from freezing up. And now it
The
say I blocked you
connection.
for 5 minutes. What in the world?
Uh-huh.
Why did you do that? I need to get it together. She may think I did that on purpose. I didn't.
And
It was just that my screen was froze on my end.
so it's not still streaming.
No, we're still streaming, but when you and I were talking, I could hear your voice, but the screen was frozen.
Oh, okay, okay.
And so that sucks.
And you know how we talk
I'm,
about self sabotage.
yeah.
I do that a lot to myself. You know what I'm saying? I do that a lot, even in my relationships. You know, I had that a conversation with my therapist about it, and we got on the subject of that, and we got on the subject of Trey. I was just talking to her and telling her about some things. She was like, "Do you think that um, you were self sabotaging that entire situation? Not the entire situation, but at some moments and sometimes." And I sat back and I thought about it. I said, I absolutely was. I said, honestly, I feel like I pushed him away. And I do. And I did that on purpose. I had to admit that to myself. It's a lot to admit that. Um,
But okay. But
because
do you feel like did you push them away before you had a reason to, or you felt like you pushed them away after?
I started pushing Trey away when things started getting deep between me and him.
Okay.
Because um how I equate happiness by being hurt. So at that moment, I felt like it was going too good. I'm way too happy. This can't be real. I'm going to get hurt. He's going to hurt me. So before I let that happen, I got to figure out a way to kind of like put up some type of a wall so I don't get too attached, which really didn't help because I did. But it was certain things I started saying and or doing to kind of push him away a little bit. And I know I did. He even said it. And I told him, I said, we had this conversation the other night. I told him, I said, I self sabotaged. I know it. But I needed to do
Wow.
that because I felt like, especially after he told me that he didn't want a relationship and what he didn't want, I knew at that moment, okay, I can't keep doing this. So now let me figure this out because somebody got to leave somebody alone or this is going to keep progressing and keep going. Feelings going to get stronger and I'm going to get hurt.
So are you now that it's over and done with, are you happier now?
No,
Okay.
I'm not. Can I honestly tell you that it's over and done? I can't. Because I'm gonna be real. Trey can call me
Yeah,
today and
yeah,
say
you
he want
gotta
to
be
make
real with
this
yourself.
work.
No doubt about that.
He can call me today and say, I want to really try to make this work. And I'm gonna do it. And I hate to admit that, but it's true.
You tell the other dudes to get lost.
Right. I mean, because I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about that man. I can't explain. I swear to God, I can't. I don't know what it is.
Well, it's something
And
that you
I'm being
like.
serious. I'm being serious because sometimes I don't like it. Sometimes I don't like the fact that I still care about him. I hate it. I swear to God, I pray about it. This
But
journey,
it's
I'm
okay to
like,
but I
please,
don't think nothing is wrong with caring about somebody.
no, like there's still the same feelings there that I had
Okay.
in the beginning. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. At one point, it was like less and less, but for some reason, I feel like it's starting to get strong again, and I don't know why.
Hmm. But I know that happens. The bomb mom says until you change, he will stay the same. I learned that the hard way.
He gonna stay the same regardless. He has to change for him. Like I have nothing to
Well,
do
she
with it.
said when she changed,
It has
she
nothing to
said when
do with
she
you
changed, he
changing.
did.
I don't. I mean, I guess that's for different people, but I don't think me changing is gonna make him change. I don't, because my change shouldn't have an effect on him. Like if he want to change, he needs to change for himself. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe, who knows? But most people really don't change. They really don't.
She
What
said
was?
maybe you are changing.
Oh yeah, I've changed. I've changed, but I still care for him. I still love him. And I guess I say things are becoming stronger because we've been in way more communication lately. Like way more communication. Like the communication has been kind of, and I told you this other day, you have to start completely over, which I feel, and I've never said that to him, but I feel like it's kind of sort of where it's going. But do I really want to put myself back in that position again? Like I said, I would probably want to make it work. But again, like she said, I need to see a change. And I don't think I'm gonna see that. I don't think I'm gonna see it. And I can't make him do it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, we do grow daily, and that's just the thing. I look back at me and where I was shit just a year ago, and but I had to go through some things to get to
Mm-hmm.
this point. But I
Mm-hmm.
had to go through those things to even know that it was in me to behave that way,
Right.
right? And so now that I know that behavior could exist in me, I had to check it.
Yeah.
Because it was either I check it or it was gonna be very detrimental in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm supposed to be getting better as I get older, not regressing, going the
Right.
opposite way. And so, and even if what's around you doesn't change, you gotta change yourself for you,
Mm-hmm.
regardless if they change or not. Because sometimes some people don't change.
Right.
Some do, some don't.
They don't.
Right.
Some do. You're right. And what are we
But you
supposed to
gotta,
do? Sit around and wait? I'm not sitting around and waiting for him to change. I can't do that.
yeah,
That's an absolute no. Especially when you've been around for years, 1 and 2 years. Like, come on now, how long am I supposed to wait? I can't do that. As much as it may pain, it hurts, and it is going. I'm gonna have to go through or whatever. But what I've been through, that I know now what to expect if I chose to go back down there, right? And I'm not saying that that's what we're doing, but we're cordial at this point, But I'm still gonna date other people. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't trust him. Absolutely not. Not. I can't even tell you I trust him 50%. I trust him 1%. So this basically my.
now that trust thing is huge, man. It's huge.
Mm-mm.
It's
You
gonna
giving
make
me
you or break
reasons.
you,
Yeah,
and
you
that's the
giving me
truth
reasons
about
not to trust
about
you.
trust.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do that. You've given me reasons not to trust you. Not to say that I physically seen it, but the way you act and the way you move. No, I can't do that. And that's hard for me to get back. I can't tell you I can dive right back into it right away. Oh, absolutely not. Trust and respect. Once I lose that, baby, it's hard if ever it comes back for me. Especially respect. Once I lose respect for you, dude, we're done. Because I'm gonna treat you like trash. I'm not gonna care. I'm not. So there
Well,
will be a
damn.
point, and I'm serious. Respect, I just like trust. You can kind of build back. Once you lose
Yeah,
some type of respect for somebody, you never look at them the same. I'll never look at you the same. I'll never treat you the same. Like I have zero respect for you. Like I don't give a damn about you. I don't care.
yeah.
You can walk off the damn edge of the earth and it's not going to affect me whatsoever. I just don't.
Well, damn.
No, I'm sick. Yes, I'm serious. I mean, you know what I've been through. hey, I've been totally disrespected behind my back and in my face. So
Yep.
yeah.
Well, this is Ryan's birthday, and we've been taking up her time that you could be
What's he getting ready
catering
to
to
do?
her because
What
she likes pancakes. She likes to shop. She likes Starbucks.
okay.
So
Is it raining outside?
I'm not sure, but it is supposed to rain today. So, we just fooling around. We
Yeah.
got things that we have on the horizon that we'll discuss and talk about. And I
This
still
was
got
nice
some,
though. This was fun. I
see,
like it.
kind of therapeutic, right?
It is. It is very
It
therapeutic.
is. And then the bomb mom, I didn't think that anybody, I didn't think that anybody would come on, but it'd be nice if she can join us. I
Yeah.
could send her the link the next time to see if she wants to come on. And then we can just, I have some topics and we can just chit chat. But this was just, oh, the bomb mom says, celebrate yourself. Don't forget you gave life on this day. So it is your birthday.
Well, thank you, and I shall. She just came. I got to take her. So we finna go get her little eyebrows done, and she gonna get some hair.
Okay. Oh, Zay's here. Hey, Zay. We get ready to sign off now. That's my friend Lolita of 19 years. We just figured out the years, 19.
No, we gonna
But
figure out the year.
we was just doing some Zay. She and I was talking on the phone. I'm like, come on, let's just get on the stream yard. So it wasn't planned. But the next time I'm sending everybody getting the link, and y'all better come up, right? Because we gotta start doing something that we plan all that talking we did. I ain't just all talk. This shot town. I'm about action. Make that
Girl,
happen. See,
the
this one right
conversations
here, sit on this panel.
that we've
She
had.
know me.
Girl, these good conversations that we've had over the years. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. You might have to bust out that journal one day.
Girl, it's right here, honey. Let's do it.
That's a book,
Hey,
baby.
some self-reflection we can all use, honey. For real. Ooh.
But I had a call. I'm going to sign off, and thank you so
Okay.
much for joining me, and thank you to Mama for being so
You're
active in the
welcome.
chat.
All righty, girl.
Zay said, "Bust it out." He want to get up in your business.
It's right here, Zay. It's right here. It's ready.
Ooh, they don't know, man. You got some stories.
Ooh, God. I'm telling you.
Ooh, you got some
And if I
stories,
can help
girl.
anybody, honey, I will tell them all. You hear me? I
You
will
got
tell
the
them all.
stories. Okay, all right, y'all. We
All
signing
right.
off, and thank you all for joining. He said, "I'm proud of y'all. We ain't doing nothing but up here chit chatting. That's all." I put me a little fake force in the back. You see it?
Not the
I
fake
know you see.
forest. What is that? Girl, what is that? I gotta wait. I gotta use the bifocal end of my glasses. What's happening? What you got going on over there? Oh, let me look. Let me order my green screen right now on Amazon so I can get me some good backgrounds going on.
Oh, God, the audio green screen. Today, I was like, I
Yes.
will not have these shoe boxes and all this rhetoric behind me while I'm up here talking.
I thought you
Let
in
me
the
go
living
ahead
room.
and the mom said she thought it was wallpaper.
I
Girl,
thought
ain't
you was
nobody
in
gonna
this
buy no
other
shit this
window.
ugly and
Wait,
put
let
it
me
on
make
their
sure.
wall. I know I'm not. It's not really
Girl, I
ugly,
look.
but that
Don't
ain't
tell me.
it. No. Actually, it looked really pretty on Amazon when I bought it, but when I got it, I was like, what is this?
I'm done today, girl. I'm done today.
Girl, maybe I need to get a different one. Cause that wasn't a
Yes.
bad idea.
Open the door.
Yeah, Mother Earth and the Tree of Life, but I don't really want to be sitting up here looking like Mother Earth. Is that Ron? Hey, Ron.
This is the oldest we were talking about. I'm on
Uh-huh. Look at Ron in the back.
Hold on.
Hey, Ron.
I can't take it.
You You know you live on YouTube.
That's cool. I'm all good. Where they everybody else? Where your chat room?
I don't have one. Oh,
If you would have
I don't.
signed in,
When
if
was
you
our first
subscribe to
name?
me and you can sign in to
For an hour?
yeah, we've been talking about you for a whole hour. We've been talking about you and what's going on with you.
Nothing much. Me working, Spider Steven's room,
I'm joking, Ryan. Anybody
Girl,
talking
what we
about
gonna
you?
do with
Why
him?
is her name Popcorn?
Because that's her name.
I'm tired of her.
He said, why is her
What
name
did he say?
popcornologist? I said, because that's her name. I'm tired of her.
You better not call me by my real name on this good live.
Oh God. All right, girl. Let me go on submit
Okay.
my
All right, y'all.
my
I
job
enjoyed
thing.
everybody.
So I'll call you later.
Okay.
All right.
Signing off.
Okay. Bye.